So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the basics of becoming a modern minimalist. In a previous video, we talked about just what is modern minimalism to us. But today we're going to be talking about some of the things that you can be doing yourself to become more of a modern minimalist.
So before we jump into the basics of actually becoming a modern minimalist, you have to really understand your why. So years ago when we started becoming modern minimalist, it did not happen overnight. So you can't think of it as an overnight switch that you flip. Really, you have to think about the intent behind why you want to become a modern minimalist. Is that to save yourself time? Is it to save yourself money? Is it to focus on certain relationships more, excel better at work? What is your why for what you're doing in becoming a modern minimalist? For us, it was a mix of some of those things. It wasn't just one thing. We really wanted our home to function better for us, to work better for us. We wanted to invest in things that were higher quality things rather than feeling like we had to keep up with all of the trends. We wanted things that were timeless in our space and in our wardrobe. And we also wanted to have more time to focus on our business that we run together and also on our relationship and also on our relationship with our close friends and family.
The best place to start is decluttering. So just getting rid of things. And this helps to reduce distractions just mentally and physically, just getting things out of your visual space. So decluttering is basically its own topic, its own video of how do you assess or decide on what to keep, what to get rid of. If you have multiple versions of things, think about just trying to keep one single version, the thing that you use the most of, the higher quality version. So decluttering is more about thinking of, am I going to use this? Do I need it? Have I used it before?
Number one thing too is to not overwhelm yourself. Start small. You can even make it a fun process. Turn on music, have a friend come over who is less tied to your things. Make it more of a positive experience. And we would even say start as small as even a junk drawer in the kitchen. Like, don't feel like you need to start with an entire closet or an entire bedroom. Start small and then work your way up. But like Jared said, it really is about almost doing a reset with your things in your life. And once you get to that reset place, don't allow it to start stacking up again. So decluttering is really the first place to start. So that really leads us into intentional spending and changing your buying habits. So what this means is we have an 80-20 rule, which we've talked about before, but 80% of spending should really be focused on the things that you need versus the things that you want. As humans, it's very easy to get caught up in wants versus needs.
So another big thing when it comes to spending in general, just understanding how to restrain yourself from buying more of the items that you already bought. So things that you do want or things that you do need that are higher quality, that do have a reason behind it, you do have to restrain yourself from continuing to buy those things, even though there are many choices to pick from. Maybe you only need actually one or two watches, or you only need a couple pairs of sneakers and you don't need 10 pairs of similar sneakers.
In being a modern minimalist, it does mean making some of those sacrifices where it feels uncomfortable at first, but then it becomes second nature down the road.
So it's really about just appreciating what you have, making it yours, and you're going to enjoy that a lot more than always feeling like you need to replace what you currently have or you think that you need more of.
So the great thing about modern minimalism is it really does free up your time and free up your money to focus on the things that are bringing you the most joy and focusing on what's truly important to you in life.
So this ultimately means that you stop comparing yourself to others. Now, it's hard, obviously, not to compare yourself to others, but it's always a work in progress. But when you're following these ideas of being a modern minimalist, you really do start to feel less pressure to compare yourself to others. And we feel like we're happy for the purchases that they've made or the things, the experiences, the highlights of their life versus always comparing that to us and feeling like we need to have that as well. Because as minimalists, modern minimalists, we're happy with what we have.
Social media can be a great place to connect with others and see what others are doing, get inspiration or aspiration, but it can also be a slippery slope in the sense of comparing yourself, trying to keep up with the next person. And like Jared said, it's really about being happy for other people.
So all of this to say, really being a modern minimalist is really about reducing distractions in your life, being more efficient, being happier with the things that you have, and also being very intentional with your spending and how you're focusing your time.
So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.
See ya.